and he would jab me to death.
When I used to smoke, but yeah, go ahead and continue.
He used to jab me to death. So I used to try to. I had both gloves. He used to puff. What did you used to smoke?
Marlboro Lights.
Marlboro Lights. Oh, classy. Okay, Marlboro Lights. He used to smoke the Marlboro Lights in one hand, and he jabbed me to death in the other. It was so humiliating. It was the one. And then D's used to be there too. So after he'd finished with me, he'd go over to D's. It was
Mardy's. Shout out. Go ahead.
Shout out to Marty's. It was like the triangle of death, just in a dark alley in San Pedro. San Pedro has a lot of alleys. I'm not used to really alleys in Jersey, but in the alleys, like almost like catacombs, they kind of weave all through the city. Like you don't ever even have to walk through the main streets. That's not even the point. So he used to murder us. So like, oh man, it's crazy. Man.
That's interesting though. There's no alleys out where you're from.
No alleys.
That's crazy because I've been born and raised here. I'm used to alleys. Mm-hmm. We journey through alleys. So. And
you know, it's the same because you don't ever have to go on the main streets. You can always walk through the alleys. Yeah. Like San Pedro, you can drive through the alleys too. Like they drive through the alleys. They use them as main thoroughfares. So it's Pedro's a different place.
Usually when you're trying to avoid something, you drive through the alleys. So yeah, that's how it works.
Like when
you're creeping in the alley, you creeping.
So. Yeah, like when my registration wasn't paid or I had a ticket or a suspended license, I'd go from here to Vaughn's through the alleys.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's all good.
Yo, tell the story. I remember the one time you came to my house late at night. I think you came back from Hollywood or something, and there's a few good stories. Tell me the one when you knocked on my door. You came inside and you were breathing heavy, and you ran from the police to the alleys. Tell that.
Are you talking about with JG?
Yes.
Yeah. Long story. No, we were here in town actually, but long story short, Dave lived across the street from me. Judas?
Oh, you called me either one. It's okay.
Yeah. Judas lived across the street from me, literally just a block away, and it was me, JG, Marty. And that light-skinned guy. Who's that light-skinned kid? John
was a psychopath. That was like the worst mulatto in the world. Just chubby, mad, and he's cocky. He was like a cocky white dude with like black guy strength.
Yeah, he's weird. You had to watch him. He'll sneak one in on you. He'll try. So he was just angry. He hated me for whatever reason, but he was angry. But anyways, them three guys were with me. We had a little house party here in town, buddy of mine. That ended about 2:00, and then on the way, we're half a block away from Gaffey Street, the main street. So we pull, and we were drunk. All of us were drunk. I shouldn't have been driving in the first place. I mean, I'm drunk as whoever, and then we pull up to Gaffey. As soon as we pull up, 2 cop cars are driving by. The minute we pulled up to the stop sign, 2 cop cars just creep by. The first one goes past. The second one goes past, and then he throws a U-turn. Mm-hmm. So as soon as he throws a U-turn, I make a right. I'm literally 3 blocks from my house. So I make a right turn, and then a left turn on 22nd, and I'm speeding by that time. Yeah. He's already behind me. He turns the lights on. I'm a block and a half away. I'm like, no. So I run the stop sign. I make a right into the alley, and I'm hitting my garage door opener because I timed my garage. So it went up about halfway. And by the time I got to my garage, there's 2 entrances in the alley. Mm-hmm. You know, the front entrance and the back entrance. Both cop cars, one behind me, one in the front. Mm-hmm. And my garage is in between them both. Mm-hmm. So the garage opens up halfway, and I sneak in and close it right behind them, and it shuts. The cop cars stop. They stop right there, and go. I'm telling JJ, everybody to get out of the car, and they run, and they go into the house and go out through the front door, and I just go in the bathroom and then just waited. But yeah, JG and them went to your house. Yeah. And it took me about an hour because I thought I was going to jail. So I'm just waiting for them to come get me. Mm-hmm. You know, they all left. They were safe and sound. So I take a quick wash up and I change and I just waiting for the cops to pick me up. I'm thinking I'm done. Mm-hmm. They slowly disperse. About an hour later, they just slowly just peeled away. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I'm thinking, man, hold on a second. How they even know it was me? Mm-hmm. I could say something. It wasn't me. Mm-hmm. I mean, they can't prove that it was me driving the car. Exactly. You know, so long story short, I started feeling better. I'm like, oh, I'm cool. They left. So I walked over to your house and everybody was there. And yeah, that's what happened, man. It's just a mission. But
that was some Mission Impossible stuff. That was incredible. That you ran for the cops to the alleys, and you already had your garage door open.
Yeah. Well, I opened as I was pulling in. I hit it because it'll open up from half a block away. So I was hoping that it went up. Touched it once. I'm like, please be rising. So when I got there, sure enough, Trusty was right there, boy, halfway open. I'm like, snuck in, shut it right behind me. It was beautiful.
Wow, like a second earlier, it was freeze. Put your hands on the wheel.
Oh, boy. I was going to jail. I had JJ. John was like 17, wasn't he? I don't know how old he was, but he was drunk. The guy was this. I was going to jail. Marty wasn't a U.S. citizen.
Oh wow.
JG was wanted for whatever for petty theft. I mean, it was terrible. So
you had you. Then you had JG, who I used to constantly wear ankle bracelets.
Criminale Baptisto.
He used to constantly wear ankle bracelets.
Fragile deer. I mean, you name it. I mean, he's a buck now, but that's
he's like a moose elk.
He's like one of the legends. You know what I mean? One of the he's a monster.
I'm scared, man. I'm scared of JG, but that's an amazing. And
by the way, JG's 7'1".
7'1".
Fit inside my little IS-300 at the time. So yeah, my little Lexus.
Yo, it was amazing. JG Jolly is 7'1", and he could fit in the smallest places.
JG would fit. That's funny. I was thinking about that like yesterday, like how JG used to just fold up, get into a car with us. I'm like, damn, what you doing, JG?
He was like a transformer. JG he could fit into like me. I'm 6'2", and I can only fit into a space like 6. I need a lot of room, even to get into cars and stuff. JG, man, he would just he could fit anywhere, sleep anywhere, stand anywhere. Yeah, JG could stand in a grocery store. You wouldn't even know he's there. He'd be next to you.